This is an open level yoga class, about 75 minutes we'll be practicing together. I have with me today, I have 2 blocks. You don't necessarily need 2 blocks. Try to have at least one if you can, or a book or something like that, something stable, rectangular. Also, I have a strap that we will be using for the practice. If you don't have a strap, you could use a scarf, you could use a long belt, anything like that. And I also have with me a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, grab a pillow. Whatever you might have laying around in your house is fine. Just be creative. Good. So this practice will be like I mentioned, a general level flow. We will move through some sun salutation variations, some standing poses, some back bending, some forward folding, some twists, and a tiny supported inversion towards the end as well. If at any point during practice you need a break, press pause, and then find your way into a child's pose. Take a few breaths there, as much time as you need, press play, and then continue the practice. Good, so let's get started. We're going to start it laying down today, so make sure you have one of your blocks or books or whatever you're going to use nearby, because we will use it in a bit. So come to a comfortable position here on your back. Let's take the feet to the edges of the yoga mat, allowing the knees to fall together. And then for now, just place your hands somewhere between your belly button and your pubic bone. Close your eyes, take a moment to adjust as you need, and then allow the back of your body to melt into the floor, into the mat. So take a little time here to yourself, just arriving on your mat. Letting go of whatever happened before you came to this practice and whatever will happen after. Just let all of that fall away and allow yourself a little bit of time to arrive into this present moment. Start to notice the way that you breathe. And as you inhale, try to allow the breath to travel all the way deep down into the belly, making the belly expand into the hands. And as you exhale, completely empty out the belly, the diaphragm, the rib cage, the lungs, the throat of air. So we're breathing deep, calmly in and out the nose. And we will start today's practice with a little bit of a pranayama exercise. So I'm going to count you up from 2 to 8. And then back down to 2, so I'm going to count your breaths. And you just do your best to follow along. If at any time during this exercise you feel your breath getting stagnant or uneven, take a pause, take a few normal breaths, and then try to get into the pattern I'm quoting when you're ready. So let's start by taking a deep inhale through the nose. And let it go through the nose. So more like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Last time, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Now inhale, 2, pause. Exhale, 2, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, pause.
Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, pause. Inhale, 2, pause. Exhale, 2, pause. And continue to take a few deep in and exhalations through the nose, just feeling the result of the pranayama work. Maybe you find your breath to be a little more calm, a little deeper, a little fuller. Whatever changed, if anything, just observe. Good. And then gently start to open up your eyes, open your knees, and heel toe your feet to about hip distance apart. Draw your right knee into your chest, interlacing the hands around the shin. Draw that right knee a little closer in towards the chest. Feel the width of the back of the body into the mat. Now flex your right foot. Place your right ankle at the top of the left thigh. Open the right knee to the side for a figure 4 stretch. Maybe this is plenty, then stay here. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can draw the left knee into the chest, interlacing the hands behind the thigh or the shin. Now allow the back of the body to melt into the floor. Try to lengthen the spine down along your mat. And if you want to deepen this stretch, gently draw the legs a little bit to the left side, which will intensify the stretch around the right side of the hip. Keep your breath calm and continuous so that we keep working on the breath that we just established. Deep in and exhalations through the nose. And then releasing this, placing the right foot on the mat, drawing the left knee into the chest, interlacing the hands around the shin, and then draw that left knee closer into the chest, feeling the length of the body into the mat. Then flexing that left foot, place the left ankle at the top of that right thigh, open the left knee to the side. Take a moment here, feel the whole back of the spine into the floor, and either you stay or you draw that right knee into the chest, interlacing the hands behind the thigh or the shin. Keeping keeping the breath calm and continuous in and out the nose. And if you did so on the first side, you could start to draw the legs a little bit to the right side, getting a little deeper in to that left buttocks and hip. Good. And then releasing that. Good. Now I'm just going to scoot myself a little bit down. Maybe you need to do the same thing. Then I'm going to grab my block and I'm going to come back down onto my back. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the floor. Now you're going to place your hands on the edges of the block this way. Then you're going to reach your block up towards the ceiling. Now, strongly press your palms into the block to activate your arms. All we're going to do, you're going to inhale, you're going to lift the block higher up towards the ceiling until you feel your shoulder blades start to lift away from the mat. And as you exhale, just widen the back of the shoulders into the floor. So almost like you're unplucking as you inhale, unplucking the shoulders away from the floor, and as you exhale, plug the shoulder girdles back down into the mat. Let's do 3 more. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. Keep that neck long. Active core. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. Drop it down. Inhale as you lift up. Last time, and exhale as you lower. Let's do just 1 more. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. Good. On your next inhalation, start reaching the block and the arms over the head. Keep pushing on the block. Now only go as far as you're able to keep your spine neutral. So as soon as you feel that lower back start to lift, the ribs stick out, you've gone too far. So most of us will not be able to get the arms all the way alongside the ears, which is fine. And then lift it all the way back up. Let's do that twice more. So start reaching back, pushing the hands into the block, softening the lower ribs towards the pubic bone. Do not let the lower ribs flare out. And then gently start to lift up. We have 1 more time to go. Keep that connection in the core. Try to widen the back space of your body into the mat as you reach the arms up overhead. Good. Now wherever you are, stay there. Keep pushing and squeezing on the block. Now all you're going to do from here, you're going to keep your arms alongside your ears, and then you're just going to bend your elbows without allowing them to flare to the side. Just bend your elbows and tap the block somewhere to the floor behind you. Keep squeezing on it and then lifting back up. 4 more like that. And we bend the elbows, keep squeezing on the block, and lift it back up. And again, bend the elbows, hug the elbows together, don't let them flare out. Keep the connection in the core and release back up. And again, bend just the elbows and release it back up 2 more times. Bending just the elbows, don't let them flare out to the sides. Tap that block and then straighten the arms. Last time, bending the elbows, tapping the block to the floor somewhere behind you, squeezing on that block and then straighten and then reach the block back up. And then place it in between your inner thighs. So really squeeze on those inner thighs and then lift your legs up into a tabletop. Now you want to try to keep a neutral spine here. So there should be a little space between your lower back and the floor, and you should be able to place a hand between your lower back and the floor. And try to keep this neutral position. Keep squeezing the block with the inner thighs, and all we're going to do from here, place the arms alongside of you. You're going to take an inhale here. And as you exhale, tap the toes to the floor without changing your back. And maybe that means you can go all the way down, which is fine. Draw it back up. Good. So inhale as you tap, and exhale through the nose as you draw it back up. Let's do 4 more. Inhale as you tap, keep that spine neutral. Exhale, draw it in and up. Inhale as you tap. And exhale, draw it back up. Last time. Inhale as you tap. And exhale, draw it back up. And then release the block. Place it to the sides. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side, giving your lower back a little bit of a massage. And start to rock forward and back, gaining more and more momentum until you come all the way up to a seat. Cross your ankles, shift forward to all fours. Now from here, you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and then you're going to send your left leg back, toes in contact with the floor. Drop that left hip down. Now really activate that left leg firmly. Root into your palms and your right shin as you lift the left leg just a couple of inches away from the floor. So don't take it too high. That's going to result in an arching back. Keep it a little bit lower so that you can have that neutral spine. Either you stay here focusing on breathing, or you reach the right arm forward. Now root into your left palm and your right shin. Reach forward with your right fingertips and back through your left heel. Keep drawing the navel in and up. And don't just think lengthening here, think widening. Deepen in exhalations through the nose. Calm, continuous breath. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the right hand back down, lower the left toes back down. Now keep your right knee as it is, just spin your right shin a little bit behind you, spin your left heel down, come to the side, reaching your left arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Now find the connection between the left heel and the crown of the head, reaching in both directions. Root into your right shin and your right hand. Flex your left foot and maybe start lifting it away from the floor. If you made it this far, reach your left arm along your left ear and find the connection between the left fingertips and the left heel. Keep drawing the navel in and up as you send your right hip forward. Deepen in exhalations through the nose here. One more inhale, find a little more lengthening. And as you exhale, lower everything back down, coming to all fours. Reestablishing the all fours position and then stepping that right leg back. Really rooting into the right toes, activating that right leg, but keeping the hip down. Don't let it hike. Keep it down. Inner thighs drawing together. Now activate that right leg, lift it just a couple of inches away from the floor. Again, we don't want that lower back arching, we want that neutral spine finding length. Keep rooting into your right hand and your left shin and either stay here or start reaching the left fingertips along your ears. So finding the connection between the left fingertips and that right heel. And also try to find the width of the back. So don't just go forward and back, but try to really make your rib cage fat to the sides. And it helps to breathe more into the back space of the body. Deepen in exhalations through the nose. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the left hand down, lower the right toes down. Now keeping the left knee just spinning the shin a little bit behind you, spin your right heel down, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep rooting into your left hand, into your left shin, and if you did so on the first side, flex that right foot and lift it up in line with that right hip. If you make it this far, start reaching the right fingertips forward, finding a connection between the right fingers and the right heel. Draw the navel in and up and keep sending your hips to the right side of your mat. Deepen in exhalations through the nose, keeping the breath calm and continuous. Take one last inhale here, find a little bit more length in the body, and as you exhale, lower down to all fours.
Re-establishing the all fours position. On your next inhalation, step your right leg back. And as you exhale, step your left leg back, coming into a plank pose. Now we're going to find that we did at the beginning of class, where we had the block in between our hands, and we found that little lift of the shoulders. So see if you can get that here as well. So as you inhale, push into the mat, find that rounding of the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, let it soften. It's a very small movement. If you can't find it, just take a look at me on the video and see if you can see it, and release it down. 3 more times. Inhale as you find that little rounding in the upper spine, and exhale as you release it. 2 more. Inhale, rounding, and exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, rounding, and exhale, release. Lower your knees to the floor, untuck the toes, sit your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Forehead comes to the floor. Re-establish your breath here. Keep the elbows straight. And allow the breath to calm down the body and the mind. Gathering energy so that we can move through this practice. On your next inhale, shift forward to all fours. As you exhale, tuck the toes, send your hips back and up for your first downward facing dog. And feel free to move around here, moving the hips around, whatever feels good, whatever you need in your body right now. Good. On your next inhalation, come forward to your plank pose. As you exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Untuck your toes, slide your chest forward and up. Bhujangasana, small cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. Send your seat to your heels, then straighten your knees for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, send your right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward, in between the hands, left knee down. Untuck left toes, hook your thumbs. Inhale, reach your arms forward, up and back. And exhale, lower the hands down, frame the right foot, tuck the left toes. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Untuck the toes, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels, then straighten your knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, left foot forward, in between the hands, right knee down, untuck toes. Hook thumbs. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower down. Tuck the right toes. Inhale, step back plank. And exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels, then straighten the knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, you're gonna lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze forward in between the hands. Start to walk all the way forward, taking your time, really walking. Allowing this walk to open the back of the legs up. And then fold. Bend both knees. Grab a hold around opposite elbows. Allow the torso to sway a little bit from side to side. It might even be nice to bounce the pelvis a little up and down to release that lower back in the sacrum. Release your head, your jaw, your face. Good. Now, if you have the blocks, grab them. If not, you can always keep your knees bent. If you have your blocks, place them out in front of you. On the highest setting, place your palms on the blocks. Take an inhale, push into the feet, lengthen the spine forward into a flat back position. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold, allow your belly to drape over the thighs. 2 more times, inhale. Push into the blocks as you lengthen the spine forward. And exhale as you bend your knees and fold, soften the belly over the thighs. Last time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale as you fold.
Good. Release the hands off the blocks. Keep your knees bent, root into your feet. Start rounding all the way up to standing. Allow your head to be the very last thing to arrive. Good. Finding Tadasana at the very front of your mat. Calming down the breath. Deep in exhalations through the nose. On your next inhalation, reach your arms out and up. Urdhva Dhanurasana, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Release the head and the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. As you exhale, step the right leg back, step the left leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, reach your right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward in between the hands, left knee down on tucked toes. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, lower the right hand to the right thigh. Push your right hand into the right thigh as you reach up through the left fingertips. And as you exhale, start reaching the left fingertips toward the right side of the room. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Root into your left shin and lift your pubic bone up as you send your tailbone down. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, lower down, tuck the left toes, push back downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, left foot forward in between the hands, right knee, untuck right toes. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, lower the left hand to the left thigh. Push into the thigh as you inhale, lifting up, draw the navel in and up. And exhale, reaching the right fingertips to the left side of the room. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Root into the right shin. Send your tailbone down, lift your pubic bone up. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, frame the left foot, tuck the right toes, step back, and push back downward facing dog. Take one inhale here. As you exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze forward in between the hands. Step, jump, or walk forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. And exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, Urdhva Dhanurasana. And exhale, lower the hands down for Tadasana. Utkatasana. Inhale, bend your knees. Reach your arms forward and up, sit deep. Exhale, fold forward, release the head, release the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step, jump, or walk back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward in between the hands, left heel down, warrior one. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And exhale, lower down, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel down, warrior one, second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep in exhalations, calming down the breath. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward in between the hands. Inhale, step or jump forward, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold forward, release the head. Utkatasana, bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up, sit deep.
And as you exhale, fold forward, interlace the hands behind you as you straighten the legs the best you can. Keep your breath calm and continuous here, in and out the nose. Draw the navel in and up. Try to have just as much weight into your toes as you do into your heels, so you're not leaning back, stressing the hamstrings, but you're creating length and strength and flexibility in your body. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands to the floor or to blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. As you exhale, step, jump, or walk back. Take your vinyasa or go straight to downward dog. We will all meet in downward dog eventually. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze forward in between the hands. Jump on no breath. As you inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale as you fold and release. Utkatasana, bend your knees, reach your arms forward up. Sit deep into the heels, into the butt. And then coming all the way up to standing Tadasana. Good. Now we're going to grab the strap. I encourage you to stay standing, but you'll have a really hard time seeing me if I stay standing. So I'm going to go on my knees, but stay standing. I'll show it from the side so you can see what's going on. So you're going to take your strap, whatever that is, a belt or scarf. You're going to just loosely grab it with your hands, shoulder distance apart. Then you're going to take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, but only go as far as you can keep those low ribs and the pubic bone connected. So don't let it start to open and arch. Keep it low, and then lower down. We're going to do that 2 more times. As you inhale, reaching up, go as far as you can. For most of us, we can't go all the way along the ears. Exhale as you lower down. Last time, inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, lower down. Keep that core super strong. Now we're going to deepen this further. You're going to inhale, reaching up. And exhale, stay at that spot where you just want to lift those ribs, but you're not going to do it. Now from here, you're going to pull on the strap, widen the strap as you reach the arms behind you. And then you're going to lower all the way down. Good, so now we're going to come from the back. So you're going to take an inhale as you reach the arms back and up. And exhale as you come forward and down. Good, tighten the strap. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up. Find that sticky spot right before the low ribs start to stick out. Good, now reach up higher. Start pulling on the strap. And then you allow everything to open. So now the ribs can open up and expand. Coming from the back, take an inhale, reaching back and up. And exhale as you lower down. Let's do that one last time with a bit of extra crunch. And this is called flossing, by the way. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale, soften those low ribs. Inhale, reach up, up, up. Start pulling the strap apart. And as you exhale, start to reach the arms behind you. Good. Now starting from behind, narrow the strap a little bit. And then reach back and up. Now we're going to go for that spot that's very uncomfortable. Find that spot. And then start to work the strap here. So this is really the flossing part. You're flossing up and down. And especially if you don't do this a lot or you've never done this before, it is intense. You won't break apart, I promise. But we don't do this a lot. So usually the body, well, the mind gets uncomfortable here. So just allow yourself to breathe through it. Tell yourself that you will survive this. Because of course you will. Good. Take one last inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, lower back down. Release the strap. We are all meeting in Tadasana at the very top of the mat. On your next inhalation, Utkatasana, bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up, sit deep. Exhale, lower the hands to the floor, release the head and the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, place the palms flat, step, jump, walk back, take your chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On your next inhale, reach your right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward in between the hands. Now heel toe your right foot a little bit to the right side. Allow your torso to rest on the right thigh. And when you're ready, reach your arms alongside your ears. Inhale, lift your torso and arms all the way up. As you exhale, reach the left arm forward, the right arm back for a twist. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, come to center, arms up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back for a twist. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, come to center, last round. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, back to center. Keep drawing the navel in and up. And as you exhale, spin your left heel down, open up into your warrior two stance. Inhale, lower the left hand to the left thigh. Exhale, flip the right palm, reach it back and up. Inhale, straighten the right leg. As you exhale, send the hips back. Send the right arm forward over your right leg. Lower the hand either to the shin or block for Utthita Trikonasana. Left arm straight up to the ceiling. Now either gaze up towards that left hand, or if it's too much for the neck, just stay facing straight front. Root into your left outer heel and your right big toe. Draw the navel in and up. And just as we did at the beginning of the class, can you send your right hip more forward? Good. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, bend your right knee, lower both hands on the inside of the right foot, lift your left heel. Inhale, root into the left hand, and as you exhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Draw your navel in and up here. Keep pushing through your left heel. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, lower the right hand down to the outside of the right foot. Inhale, step back plank pose, and exhale either vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog, where we will all meet eventually. Good. On your next inhalation, send your left leg back and up. Exhale, left foot forward in between the hands. Now heel toe that left foot a little bit more to the left side. This is just to give you a better balance once we come to the twisting. Allow your torso to rest over your left thigh, and when you're ready, reach the arms forward alongside your ears. Root into the feet. Inhale, lift the torso and arms all the way up. As you exhale, reach the right arm forward, left arm back for a twist. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back for the open twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale, back together, reaching up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, open. Inhale, back to center, tailbone down, pubic bone up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. And as you exhale, spin that right heel down, open up into your warrior two on the second side. Inhale, lower the right hand to the right thigh. Exhale, flip the left palm, reach the left arm back and up. Inhale, straighten your left leg, go higher. Exhale, send the hips back, reach the left arm forward over that left leg, lower the hand to shin or blocks, Utthita Trikonasana. Either gaze up towards that right hand or gaze straight forward. Root into the right outer heel and your left big toe. And again, see if you can draw your left buttocks more underneath yourself by sending your left hip further forward to the side of the mat. Deep in and exhalations through the nose here, calming down that breath. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, bend your left knee, lower the hands to the inside of the left leg, lift your right heel. Inhale, root into your right palm, and as you exhale, reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Now don't let that left knee fall out. Hug it in. Draw the navel in and up, and try to find lengthening from that right heel and out through the crown of the head. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, lower that left hand down. Inhale, step back, plank pose, and exhale, either move through a vinyasa or go straight back to downward facing dog. We will all eventually meet there. Deep in and exhalations through the nose, calming down the breath here. On your next inhale, send your right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward, in between the hands, left heel down, warrior two. Inhale, lift the torso and arms. And as you exhale, lower the right elbow to the right thigh, reach the left fingertips forward. If you can, gaze forward towards those left fingertips. Now, use that right elbow against that right thigh to draw the right buttocks more underneath yourself as you turn the whole torso even more to the side of the room. Keep rooting into your left outer heel. Keep the breath calm and continuous in and out the nose. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, lower the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Lift your left heel. Heel toe your right foot out to the side. Then lower your left knee to the floor. Untuck the left toes. Either stay here. Maybe this is plenty. If you want to deepen the stretch, reach the right arm behind you. Grab a hold around that left foot or ankle. If you are able to grab a hold, see if you can connect the heel to the buttocks and then allow the torso to melt forward. Deep in and exhalations through the nose here, calming down that breath. And maybe this is more than plenty for you, then there's no need to go any deeper. If you want to challenge yourself into a balance, you can reach the left arm behind you as well and lifting your chest up, going even higher, even deeper into that left hip. And if you have a hold, gently let it go. Heel toe that right foot back into the center. Tuck the left toes. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, either move through vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Calming the breath down, deep in and exhalations through the nose. On your next inhalation, send your left leg back and up. Exhale, left foot forward, in between the hands, right heel down, straight to warrior two. Inhale, lift the arms and the torso. Exhale, lower that left elbow to the left thigh. Reach your right fingertips forward and maybe gaze towards the fingertips if it doesn't annoy your neck. Use that elbow against the inner thigh to open the torso even more to the right side of the room. Keep drawing your left buttocks underneath yourself. Deep in and exhalations through the nose. Softening the shoulders away from the ears, growing, rooting through that right outer heel and up through the right fingertips. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the hands down to the inside of the left foot, lift the right heel. Heel toe that left foot out to the side. Lower the right knee to the floor. Untuck the right toes. Either stay here, if that's what you did on the first side. If you want to deepen, reach your left arm back. Grab a hold of your right foot, ankle or shin. See if you can connect the heel to the buttocks and then allow the hips to move forward. Keeping the breath calm, continuous, in and out the nose. And if you tried for the balance and the deepening of that hip flexor stretch, then you can reach your right arm back as well. Grab a hold around that foot, lifting the torso, opening up the heart. Good. Take one last inhale here. And as you exhale, release. Tucking the right toes, heel toeing that left foot closer. Inhale, step back, plank pose. And exhale, either move through Vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhalation, come forward to your plank pose. And exhale, lower in one piece to the floor in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move the block out the way so you can see me. Now, come up to a swings pose. So come up onto your forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders, palms into the floor. Now, notice that my feet are pointed. You want to keep them this way. You can keep the feet together if you do not suffer from any lower back issues. If you struggle with your lower back, take them a little wider. But push into the feet so much so that your knees lift off the floor. So you got super active legs. Now start drawing the elbows back towards your hips as you draw your chest forward towards your thumbs. Draw your navel in and up, push your hips down into the floor, and start to open up the upper spine. Deep in and exhalations through the nose here, calming down that breath. Keep rooting into the tops of the feet. See if you can find the connection between your inner thighs. Keep drawing your elbows back. Keep sending your heart forward. Keep opening up the upper spine. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, just open the elbows to the sides. Stack the hands on one another and the forehead on the hands. Relax the hips, relax the legs. Maybe moving the hips a little from side to side to release that lower back. Good. From here, you're going to release the arms alongside your body. Palms are facing up. Once again, you're going to activate your legs, either keeping the legs together or a little bit wider apart. Root into the tops of the feet till the knees lift off the floor. Reach the fingertips along your mat. On your next inhalation, send your hips down, draw your navel in and up. Lift your shoulders, chest, head and neck off the floor. Now don't do this. Don't completely go into that neck. Remember that the neck is a part of the spine. So keep it long, gazing only a few inches out in front of you. Now stay here, lift your arms, going even higher, lifting the shoulders higher. Stay here, lift your legs off the floor. Keep the knees straight. Take one more inhale here, go a little higher. And as you exhale, lower everything down. Take one cheek to the floor, relax the arms, the legs. Calming down the breath.
nose back to the mat. Either you can do exactly the same version again. If you felt like that was plenty, then there's no need to go deeper. If you want to deepen into Dhanurasana, you're going to bend your knees, grab a hold around your feet, ankles, or shins. Start with your knees together. And then just like we did before, on your next inhalation, send your hips down, draw your navel in and up. Kick your shins behind you and let that lift you away from the floor. Open the chest, keep kicking the feet back. Lifting up, 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 up. Taking one more inhale here. And as you exhale, release everything down. Take the other cheek to the floor, relax the arms, the legs, maybe moving the hips a little from side to side. Turning the nose back to the mat, place your palms alongside your ribs, shift up to all fours. Now, if you suffer from knee issues or just have sensitive knees, it might be nice to take a blanket or a small pillow to place for support. Find your all fours position, and then from here start to walk your hands forward. Either place a block underneath the forehead for support, place the forehead on the floor, or if you're feeling open, maybe you can send your chin to the floor and start gazing forward. But keep activating your arms here, keeping the elbows straight. Open up that spine and the upper back. Send your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep the breath calm and consistent through the nose. Take one last inhale here. And as you exhale, start to walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. Good. If you use the blanket, come off that. Now, we're going to come straight to our backs. Again, have a block nearby. Come to your back. Placing the block on the most narrow setting in between your inner thighs. Make sure your heels are so close to your buttocks that you can touch or almost touch the heels. Good. Now rooting into your feet, squeezing on the block. As you inhale, lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling and start rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Keep squeezing the block, waking up those inner thighs even more. Now stay here, or if you want to deepen, interlace the hands behind you and wiggle your shoulders more underneath yourself. Squeeze the block and send the hips up higher. Open up that heart. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, release the arms. Gently lower down one vertebrae at a time. Remove your block unless it feels great and that's where you want to leave it. You can put it there, keep it there, do exactly the same thing again. If you're ready to go a little deeper, release the block, root into the feet. As you inhale, send the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Start rounding all the way up one vertebrae at a time. One more time, interlacing the hands, wiggling the shoulders more underneath yourself as you send the hips up even higher. If you don't have the block now, still imagine you had it in between those inner thighs so that you can really squeeze it. Good, now stay here, or if you want to go deeper, maybe release the hands. See if you can grab a hold around the ankles, sending the hips up even higher. Keep squeezing those inner thighs together. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, release the arms, roll down one vertebrae at a time. We have one last one to go. You can either do the version with the block, just rolling up, interlacing the hands, or you can roll up, maybe grabbing a hold around the ankles again. If you would like to challenge yourself and go all the way up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, bridge pose, just take a look for a second as I'll set you up, and then we can do the pose together. So first, you want to place your hands alongside your ears and make sure this doesn't happen. Don't allow the elbows to go out to the side. You want to find that connection. Remember what we did with the block at the beginning of the class. Find that connection. Then first, you're going to lift up onto your head. Then you have time to readjust your forearms, drawing your elbows together, and then you press up. Yeah. And when you come down, you lift your head first, and then place the back of the head down onto the mat, and then you roll down. Let's just do that together. So, you have first version, second version, or this full expression of the pose, the third version. So make a pick. Don't start somewhere and then be like, oh, let's go further. Just make a decision, go for it. Calming down the breath. Now, if you want to go for the full version, place your hands alongside your ears. Keep those elbows drawing together. First, root into the feet, root into the palms. Lift up onto the crown of the head first. Readjust yourself. Keep drawing those elbows together, and on your next inhalation, push into the hands as you lift up. Open the heart. Keep squeezing the imaginary block with the inner thighs. And as you come back down, lift your head first. Keep drawing the elbows together. And lower all the way back down. Heels toe your feet to the edges of the mat. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, allow both knees to melt to the left side. Inhale, coming back to center. Allow both knees to melt to the right side. And inhale, back to center. One more round. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, knees to the right. And inhale, back to center. Now draw the knees into the chest. Start rocking forward and back, gaining more and more momentum until you can come all the way up to a seat. Now, if you know when you were seated that you sit behind your sit bones, or just have a lot of lower back issues, I really highly recommend sitting up either on a blanket or maybe a pillow. If you choose to do that, make sure you move so much forward that you're almost tipping off. This will just help your pelvis tilt forward, which is going to help you now in all of these forward folds we're going to be doing. So let's take Baddha Konasana, opening the knees out to the side, soles of the feet together, sitting tall. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, bend your elbows against your inner thighs. Send the crown of the head forward of your feet towards the floor. So we're working on a long spine. Don't just let everything sink in. Try to lengthen the torso out of the hips. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, gently come all the way up. Inhale, close your legs together. And exhale, shake them out in front of you. Now inhale, bend your right knee into the chest, interlace the hands around the shins, sitting tall. Exhale, open the right knee to the side. Maybe you need a block for support here.
Place your fingertips behind you, and you might have to adjust yourself if you're on the blanket. And then you're gonna open up your hips more to the right side here, so that my left leg is now more to the side of me. Left fingertips on the inside of that left leg. Flex through the foot. Inhale, reach the right arm out and up. As you exhale, reach the right fingertips towards the left toes as you bend your left elbow against that left inner thigh. So don't allow everything to collapse. Stay open to the side. The more you draw that left elbow against the left inner thigh, the more lengthening you're able to create in your torso. Try to root both sit bones into the floor or the blanket. Keep that left leg active, so really flexing through the left toes. Now all you're going to do from here, you're going to turn your nose to that left knee. And then with your right hand, grab hold somewhere on the outside of that left leg. Just wherever you can reach, and then allow your torso to melt over that left thigh. So we're just going slightly deeper into those big fillets in the back of your body. Good. Now finding that connection again between that left elbow and the left inner thigh. Open back to the side, and then reaching that right arm all the way up. Inhale, square your hips off. Close that right knee in, and exhale, shake it out. Let's change sides. I'll turn around so I'll face you. So sitting tall with a long spine, draw that left knee into the chest. And as you exhale, open the knee to the side, sole of the foot against the right inner thigh, maybe with a block to support that left knee if you need. Fingertips behind you, adjust yourself so that you're facing more to the left side of the mat. Now your right leg is more straight to the side. Right fingertips to the floor on the inside of the right leg. Inhale, reaching that left arm out and up. As you exhale, reaching the left fingertips towards the right toes, bending your right elbow against your right inner thigh. Now really find that connection again. Root into both sit bones here, especially the left. And keep the breath calm and continuous in and out the nose. How long can you make yourself here? And can you make yourself just as long on the right side of the body as you do on the left? Turn your nose to that right leg. With your left hand, grab a hold somewhere on the outside of that right leg and allow your torso to drape over the leg. So again, just moving a little bit differently into the back fillets of the body. Keeping the breath calm and continuous in and out the nose. Keep that right foot very active. Good. Now using that right elbow against that right inner thigh, come to the side once again. And then reaching the left fingertips all the way up. Lower that left arm down. Fingertips behind you, square the legs off and just shake them out. Paschimottanasana. So feet and legs are together, feet are flexed. If you need, you can draw the buttocks back a little bit. If you have your strap, let's do it with that. If you have a block or a book, place it out in front of your feet and swinging the strap around. Now, sitting tall, really activate the insides of your feet here, so the big toe side. Really have that connection with the block. Take an inhale as you lengthen the spine. As you exhale, draw the elbows away from one another. Lower the belly, the chest, and then the head, reaching the crown of the head forward. Now take an inhale here. Lengthen the spine up halfway. See if you can send your tailbone a little further behind you. And as you exhale, fold a little deeper. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. Keep sending the tailbone back. Keep flexing actively through the feet. Pushing on the block or book or whatever you might have available. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, release. Use your hands to support you as you come all the way up. Remove your props out of the way. Have a block nearby though, because we will use it in a minute. Come all the way onto your back. Draw the knees into the chest. Grab a hold around the shins. Rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Then send your legs up towards the ceiling. Just shake them out. Cross your right thigh over the left. Bend both knees. Take an inhale. As you exhale, allow the legs to melt to the left side. Allow the right arm to reach the right side. Palm is facing up. Your left hand can grab a hold around the outside of that right thigh. Just for a little more depth. Keep the breath calm and continuous. And start to allow everything to soften. Good. Take one more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, coming all the way back to center. And exhale, shake the legs out. And then inhale, crossing the left thigh over the right, bending the knees. And as you exhale, allow the knees to melt to the right side. Open the left arm to the left. Palm is facing up. And again, the right hand could grab a hold around that left outer thigh to allow for a little bit more depth in the stretch. Few more breaths here. Take one last inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming all the way back to center, and exhale, shake the legs out. Good. Now bend your knees, step your feet on the mat, grab your block, root into both feet, lift the hips up high towards the ceiling. Now, you can either have the block on the lower setting, the middle setting, or even the highest setting for this inversion. I would recommend the lowest or the middle, but the highest would work as well. So place your block on your choice of level underneath your hips. It should be so that your hips can just sink into the block and it's quite comfortable. Yeah, your lower back should be completely free off the block, just hanging free in the air. You'll know it will be painful if the lower back is relaxing on the block. So make sure it's your sit bone and tailbone.
Now from here, you're just going to send your legs straight up towards the ceiling, flex the feet for a little bit of a supported inversion. Just enjoy this feeling. That feeling of the blood rushing from the feet, all the way from out the toes, running towards the heart. If it's too much to keep the knees straight, you can have a little bend like I have. One last inhale here. And as you exhale, start bending the knees, stepping the feet on the mat. Lift your hips, remove the block, gently roll all the way back down. Draw your knees into your chest, take them wide, so towards your armpits. Rock a little bit from side to side, or if you wish, you can take a happy baby, flexing the feet, grabbing a hold around the big toes, the outsides of the insides of the feet, rocking a little bit from side to side. Keep a good bend in the knees here. Good. And when you're ready, release down into your mat for a well-deserved Shavasana. Take a moment to adjust as you need. Maybe placing a blanket over yourself if you're feeling a bit chilly. Allow the palms to face up, the shoulders to soften. If you have any neck tension, place a blanket or a pillow underneath your head. And then take a deep inhale through the nose. And let it go. 2 more. Last time. Let everything soften. Imagine yourself on a beach, somewhere nice and warm. You're laying in the sand. The sand is caressing the back of your body. And you feel yourself slowly sinking heavier down into the sand. The sand feels warm. And the sun is shining. And the rays of light are warming up your skin. hear the waves of the ocean washing ashore and pulling back out again. The waves are calm today, softer. Feel the rays of the sun caressing your skin. And allow this to soften your whole body heavier into the floor. Now, without moving anything unnecessary, just open your eyes and gaze up into the clear blue sky. Feel your body heavy, yet light, carried by the sand. Notice if you have a sensation of melting in your body or floating. Just take it in. And then gently start to wake up your fingertips, wake up your toes, maybe moving the head a little bit from side to side. Draw one knee into the chest, then the other. Roll onto one side. Then use your hands to support you as you come all the way up to seated. Maybe seated on your block or your blanket. Find a long, tall spine. Close your eyes. Gather your hands in front of your heart. Take an inhale as you lift your chest. And as you exhale, bow your chin towards your heart. Take a moment to acknowledge any changes, any shifts in body and breath and mind. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time on the mat. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me on the mat. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please put them below. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.